Hey, Melanin Wellness family. Have you ever thought to yourself, I'd like to start my own podcast? Well, look no further. If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it is the absolute easiest way to start a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your smartphone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. It's everything you need to make your very own podcast all in one convenient place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Yes, I said it, FREE, free. So what are you waiting for? Your voice needs to be heard. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Hey, welcome to the Melanin Wellness Podcast. This is going to be a replay of our very first episode where my husband and I talked together about how sweating with your bae can be beneficial to your health. Our family this week is taking a much needed hiatus, and so we decided to play one of our favorite episodes. We hope you like it too. We will see you guys again soon. Thanks and stay well. Welcome to the Living Well with Karina podcast, the official place for learning how to live well in all aspects of your life after you reach 40-ish. I will teach you the tools, tips, and strategies to living your best, most healthy life inside and out. And I'm your host, Karina Dunn. And if you're ready to take charge of your health and wellness, tune in, grab a pen and paper, grab your favorite drink, and let's live well. What's up, family, and welcome to the first episode of Living Well with Karina podcast. I am so excited to be here with you today, and even more excited to dive into the topic of today's show. But before we begin, I want to do a little something that I do every single morning before I allow my feet to touch the floor. When I first open my eyes in the morning, I allow myself a few seconds to give gratitude. Gratitude for all of the things that I have. Gratitude for just opening up my eyes. This is also a practice that I do every night prior to going to sleep. I pull out my gratitude journal after my day has occurred, and I write down all the many things I am grateful for, because I have found that when you are operating from a space of gratitude, it is impossible to be negative. So with that, let's get started. I am grateful for waking up this day. I am grateful for mine and my family's health. I am grateful for shelter. I am grateful for the healthy foods that we eat. I am grateful for my wonderful support system. I am grateful for inner reflection and growth. I am grateful for clarity and wisdom. I am grateful for rest. And I am grateful for new beginnings. Now that may have been more than 30 seconds, but that's okay. Because when giving gratitude, I say take as much time as you may need, because you can never be grateful enough. Okay, now today's episode is very special. Not only because it is the first episode, but because I have a very special guest. He is the yin to my yang. He is my rock. He's my husband of 19 years. Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Yin. How you doing?
I'm good, baby. How you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm really happy to have you here with me today.
I'm glad to be here.
Good.
This is something I was really looking forward to doing.
Me too. Me too. So, do you want to tell our listeners a little bit about yourself besides all those things I said you were?
I mean, just a few things, we've been together for 19 years and counting.
Yes.
Also, I'm a husband, father, work hard, try and train our kids and with the various sports and things that they do. And that's pretty much, a quick synopsis. I know
Yo,
we don't have.
he is
I know
so
we
much
don't.
more than that.
We don't have that much time.
He is so downplaying himself. He is so downplaying himself. He is a youth football coach, and he really pours into the children in our community, and it's something that I am so very, very proud of him for. He also is my resident history buff. Okay, anything that I can think of about anything historical, this man knows it. I call him my wealth of useless facts because sometimes those facts come in when I'm really not in use of them. I don't need them.
Or as you tell me, when you're not interested. So,
Same difference.
mhm.
So, today we are going to get into this topic. Now, I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to you, my love.
And happy Valentine's Day to you too.
As well as to all my couples, kind of couples, is complicated couples, whatever your, status is, you're booed up in some way. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
Yeah, Valentine's Day can be a day of love and one that is often used by couples to demonstrate how they feel about each other. And that's wonderful. But did you know that couples who sweat together tend to have healthier, more bonded relationships?
I did not know that until you had showed me the research and information about it. Excuse me, but after working, us working out together, I can see how that would be like that.
Yeah, so this episode is all about sweating with your bae and how it can really boost your relationship. So studies show that it leads to an increase in happiness in your relationship after you jointly participate in an exciting physical challenge or activity. It said that couples report feeling more satisfied with their relationships and more in love with their partners. And I can say personally from our experiences of working out together that has definitely been a wonderful bonus because I've definitely felt that more excitement,
Right.
after we've had a great sweat sesh.
Sweat sesh?
Yes, a sweat sesh.
Okay. No, I mean, for real, after working out with you, and especially like last week where we were doing the yoga where you helping me stretch, that was very, very sensual, very I mean, you almost might as well say it's almost like foreplay.
Yeah, in some ways, I can definitely see why you would say that. I can definitely see why you would say that. And so, to that point, I'll say this. I definitely feel like that it improved the efficiency of that workout. Like, especially when we would work out when, pre-COVID, long before COVID ever existed, and we would go to the gym routinely. Just the mere presence of us being there together, would enhance our ability to what we were doing. Even if we felt competent in doing certain exercises, it kind of boosted our energy outputs, aka we was in there showing off.
Of course. Of course, you're supposed to show off. I mean,
especially when your boo is there.
I mean, look, let's be real. Men are always showing off for women. I mean, let's be real. we will do some of the dumbest stuff
Yes.
to try and show off for a woman.
Yes.
And when you're even, I don't care how long you've been married or going out or whatever, your man is constantly trying to show you how strong or how he's trying to, we're always trying to impress you.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've been together for forever and a day, and I still try to do stuff to make you, you know. So
Yeah.
definitely believe it.
Yeah. So the study says that exercise induces symptoms of physiological arousal. So sweaty hands, a racing pulse, shortness of breath. And these symptoms mirror the thrill of romantic attraction. And so people can easily mistake the two, physical arousal for romantic attraction. And that's usually because your brain does not know the difference. Your brain doesn't know the difference between physical attraction, physical arousal, or a hard workout. It just doesn't. Because the physiological response is the same. So you have to tell your brain what you're feeling.
Right.
So that's oftentimes why, people will go to the gym and think that they are attracted to somebody at the gym. And then when they leave the gym, they find out they don't necessarily like that person too much.
well, I mean, you have to take into account that you have these people who are, not trying to start anything or whatever, but most of the women that I've seen at the gym dress, man, there's nothing to the imagination. So, I mean, you go in there, you're already working out, you're already sweating, and you see this woman doing some deep squats, and she's in the tightest thing imaginable. It's crazy. So, yeah, I can believe it. I can definitely believe it.
Well, having your bae with you, it should also help you achieve your fitness goals, because when your partner cares about not only their own wellness but yours, it becomes easier to achieve the fitness goals, because you basically have an accountability buddy who basically is saying, hey, I care about you. I want you to be healthy. And so because I want you to be healthy, I'm going to be right there beside you. And, you have the ability you get the chance to share with one another, talk about ups and downs, bad days at work, on an evening walk, or, a bike ride or what have you, or getting on a treadmill, beside each other, having a conversation. Yeah, you're out of breath, but you're sharing with one another, and you're showing them, not just with words, but by your actions, that you really do care about their well-being and their health.
I can agree with that. I mean, because your partner is there to make sure, number one, you're there to get your workout on, but you're also there to help your partner.
Right.
And that's what you're doing. And to have, nobody's going to look out for you more than somebody who loves you the way your partner does. Nobody.
Absolutely. 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 And, the last point is that working out together, sweating with your bae, strengthens your emotional connection. So, to your point about what you were saying about our experience with couples yoga earlier in the week.
Lord, yes.
When you work out together, you create a context to where you can almost coordinate your actions. So whether you are lifting weights in rhythm with your partner, matching one another's walking or running pace, tossing medicine balls back and forth. And again, with yoga, with couples yoga, you physically have to touch one another. And so a lot of times you are physically connected during that particular medium of exercise. And so it definitely becomes very intimate and very bonding, because you become emotionally attuned to one another. And so it makes you walk away feeling more bonded. And like you said, there was definitely a sensual piece to it. And it was almost like foreplay. And it really was. It was an awesome experience. That was the first time we'd experienced something in fitness wise that was that deep of a connection.
Yes. Because generally, you know, we would do stuff like weights, you know, walking. And I mean, walking, excuse me, in itself, I know I can't speak for other couples, but I know speaking for us, where we always talk, no matter what it is. I mean, whether you were pregnant, whether you weren't. And I always felt like, specifically, you know, there's one particular time where you were pregnant with Chris, our son Christopher, and we talked and walked and looked around. We were trying to figure out where we walked to, because we had walked that far and talked that much that the conversation was that engrossing, and the walking was just, it was easy.
Yeah. And it does. It makes your workouts easier. It makes them less daunting when you have that partner with you. And, you know, again, that bonded feeling that you have when you're done with your partner is an amazing feeling. I hope that you all take this information, and I hope that you get with your bae, and I hope that you walk or talk, or, you know, whatever your workout is. You know, I hope that you all get together and get a good sweat session in and really renew that bond. And I hope this episode also shows you that you don't have to spend money in order to renew that bond and that connection with your partner. You know, you can get together and just, again, take a walk. You can get together and do some yoga, do some deep breathing. Those things really do help. And they don't just help your relationship, but they also help your overall health. I thank you so much for tuning in to this inaugural episode, and I hope this information was healthy. I want to thank you so much for being on this episode with me today, babe.
Oh, anything for you, my love.
Thank you so much. You made this episode so much fun, and I really enjoyed the topic. I hope you'll come back again to join me.
For you, anything.
Thanks again for listening. Please feel free to connect with me on social media. Let me know if it was helpful. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook at Living Well with Karina, where you can find my short but effective beginner-friendly yoga videos. You can also feel free to join the community Living Well 40ish on Facebook, where you can connect with like-minded people going through this midlife thing right along with you. I thank you again for tuning in. And until our next time together, live well.